This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way. By Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's the snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him. Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
After 367 days ago, the Butler Ironbucks captured back-to-back North American Baseball Alliance championships with a commanding 10-3 win over the 3B Barons. But tonight, the Barons return with one goal in mind: payback. The revenge tour has been nearly a year in the making, and now they're just one win away from redemption. We are live here from historic Pullman Park for the NABA championship game, where two familiar foes meet again with everything on the line. I'm Tyler Aaron, and alongside me here today, it's the one and only Garrett Dolan. This is championship baseball, and it starts now between the Butler Ironbucks and the Lawrence County Barons. Garrett, what are going to be the key lines to this game in such a very high-stakes matchup between both of these teams?
I think the story of the game is going to be the pitching. Zach McLean for the Barons and Tyrone for the Ironbucks. I almost said Blue Sox. For the Ironbucks, you know, two very strong pitchers. I think it's very much going to be a pitcher's duel here at Pullman.
It most certainly is. We are set for first pitch here as Zach McLean will take the mound here for the Barons. Max Bernadowski will step in to kick off this championship game. First pitch fastball called a strike to Max Bernadowski. 88 degrees your first pitch temperature under beautiful sunny skies. One pitch down low for a ball, evens up the count 1-1. Zach McLean, 7th start, 5-1 record. 1-1 pitch called a strike, 1-2 now the count. McLean winds and fires, ground ball into the hole, into left field. A lead-off single for Max Bernadowski. And a runner on first here at the first at-bat of the ball game. Let's take a look at our Pizza Joe's pitcher profile for Zach McLean. 6 starts so far this season. 5-1 record, 1.46 ERA, 29 2/3 of an innings pitched, 4 walks, 43 strikeouts, a whip of 1.011, and opponent batting average batting .222. First pitch to Brody Cougier comes in for a strike, 0-1. Bernadowski on first base after his leadoff single to kick off the ball game. Here's the 0-1. Fastball just misses off the outside corner. Evens up the count 1-1. Pick off the back at first. Bernadowski slides back in safely. Ironbucks have a runner on first.
You can just feel the atmosphere here at Pullman Park. Definitely a different vibe to this game.
Bernadowski takes off for second, ground ball to short, diving and missing it as Robinson into left field. Bernadowski will stay at second, and Robinson went over to cover the second base bag and had to stop in his tracks to come back to get that. Just missed past the glove. Back-to-back singles to kick off the ball game, and 2 aboard for Adam Weber.
Luckily for the Barons, just advancing 1 base there, but certainly not the start here that Zach McLean wanted.
First pitch to Adam Weber. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Weber batting .357 on the season. 12 RBIs for Weber. Checks back at Bernadowski at second. Kicks, fires. Breaking ball. Just misses the zone. Evens up the count 1-1. Blaine fires down the 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Path to the playoffs for both of these teams. Ironbucks had to play 2 games. Barons only had to play the 1. Ironbucks the number 1 seed out of the Tri-State Collegiate League. Barons the 1 seed out of the Rust Belt League. Throw back to second. Bernadowski slides back in there safely. Bernadowski remains at second. Brody Cougier on first. Nobody out here in the top half of the first. No score. Blaine looks back at Bernadowski. Bernadowski will take off. Swung on and missed. Throw to third. The ball's dropped by Adams. He's safe. A double steal works to perfection for the Ironbucks. And 2 runners in scoring position with nobody out. Stolen base number 19 for Bernadowski. Stolen base number 2 for Cougier. Count is 2-2 to Weber. Blaine set, winds and fires. Breaking ball, fouled out of play. Great crowd here tonight at historic Pullman Park. Fans evenly split. Got Barons fans down the first base side, Ironbucks down the third base side. Time called by Weber. Here's the 2-2. Fastball just misses off the plate. Ball 3. Count runs full. Bernadowski on third, Cougier on second, nobody out, top half of the first. 0-0's our score. Here's the payoff pitch from McLean, fouled off down the first base side. remains full to Weber. Dustin Strom on deck at the cleanup spot for the Iron Bucks. Here's the payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. That'll load up the bases for the Iron Bucks here early on, as there's ducks everywhere for Dustin Strom. So now you have Bernadowski remaining at third. Brody Kuzier remains at second. Adam Weber on first. As Braden Ziegler will come out to have a quick few words with the plan. With that being said, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Butler Iron Bucks, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout. Max Bernadowski led off the game, followed by Brody Kuzier and Adam Weber. Dustin Strom at the cleanup spot. Cole Fleck batting 5th. AJ Kuzier bats 6th. Luis Gonzalez bats 7th. Dan Luco bats 8th, batting 9th. Nolan Smith, Mason Picks bats 10th. And Cam Ward bats 11th. First pitch fastball swung on and missed by Strom. No one won the count. Playing freshman as Seton Hill. Ground ball to first. Misses the glove of Reed. One run will score. Here comes Kuzier. He will score. Iron Bucks with the early 2-0 lead thanks to an RBI single from Dustin Strom. The RBI single scores 2. It puts Weber on third base. Brings up Cole Fleck. Throw back to first. Not in time. Runner goes for second. Throw to second. Not in time. Weber will run to third. High throw by Adams. He slides back into third base. And Strom advances to second as Strom stood right in between first and second base. Like a fish out of water, but he manages to make it to second base. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Strom with his 8th stolen base on the season. Here's the 0-1, popped up in foul territory. Long run for Bachman. He will let it drop foul. Count goes 0-2. Barron's still looking to get their first out of the ball game as they trail by 2 early. Here's the 0-2. Popped up in foul territory again. Run over for Reed, and he will let it fall as that one hits the stands. We'll do it again, 0-2. Plains' last start back on July 19th against the Allegheny Athletics resulted in a 9-5 victory. Pitched 5 complete innings, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, and 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts. So gave up a 3-run homer. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. McLean gets the first out of the ball game with a strikeout to Cole Fleck. His first of the game. 1 away here in the top half of the first. So that'll bring up the extra hitter and AJ Kuzier. First pitch swung on and fouled back to the backstop by Kuzier. 0-1 the count. Kujier batting .231 on the season, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. He has Weber on third and Strom on second. And both teams split the season series. Iron Bucks 1-2, the Barons 1-2. With the last games being a doubleheader back on July 1st right here at Pullman Park. 0-1 pitch inside. Evens the count 1-1. Look at the meetings between both teams this season back on June 3rd right here at Pullman Park. Iron Bucks victorious, winning 11-2, followed by a game at Flaherty Field on June 22nd. Resulted in a 4-1 victory for the Barons. This one popped up to right field to Bachman. He will come in, he will make the catch. Here comes Weber tagging home, and he does not, as Bachman gets it in quickly. So now there's 2 outs in the inning. Bachman prevents a run to keep Weber at third. July 1st, a series split for the doubleheader. First game resulted in a 5-3 victory for the Barons. And then a 1-0 loss. Gonzalez steps in, 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Iron Bucks up by 2. First pitch fastball swung on and missed by Gonzalez. 0-1 the count. Gonzalez batting .137 on the season. Homer, 6 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 from McLean. Fastball calling a strike right there down the middle. 0-2 now to Gonzalez. Big at bat here for the Barons. They look to get out of it, just giving up the 2 runs. Lane checks back at second. DeStrom fired down the 0-2. Just misses off the plate. Fouled back. Now there remain 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gonzalez. Dan Luco on deck. If he comes up the bat this inning. Set, winds and fires down the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Gonzalez strikes out and McLean gets out of the jam after giving up the 2 runs and 2 runners in scoring position for the Iron Bucks. After 1/2 complete inning, the Iron Bucks lead it over the Barons 2-0. We'll take a short break, come back in for our starting lineup and defensive alignment here in the NABA championship game.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Back here for the bottom half of the first inning as the Iron Bucks take the field for the first time today. With all that being said, let's take a look at the 3B Barons starting lineup in the batting order. Brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Tommy Caroli will bat first over at second base. Luke Anderton bats second. For at left field, batting third, Jake Robinson at shortstop. Batting at the cleanup spot, A.J. Verni. Batting fifth, Callan Durbin, the extra hitter. Batting sixth, Braden Ziegler, the catcher. Batting seventh, Josh Reed over at first base. Batting eighth, Ben Miller over at center field. Ethan Adams will bat ninth at playing at third base. And Troy Bachman rounds out the Barons batting order over over in right field. And now the defensive alignment here for the Butler Iron Bucks. Nolan Smith out in left field, followed by Cole Fleck in center field. Luis Gonzalez in right field. Max Bernadowski at third base. Dustin Cam Ward over at second base. Brody Cougier at first. Adam Weber behind the plate. And your starting pitcher for the Butler Iron Bucks here this evening, Ryan Pyrone. Just transferred over from Seton Hill to the University of Pitt Johnstown. Let's take a look at our numbers for Brian Pyrone, our Pizza Joe's pitcher profile. 6 starts on the season so far for Pyrone. 3-2 record, 1.71 ERA in 32 2/3 of innings pitched. 16 walks, 47 strikeouts, a whip of .98, and opponent batting average 142 right there at the bottom. Pyrone has pitched in 3 games so far this season against the Barons. He has a 2-1 against the Barons. Last start for him came on July 15th, where he pitched 5 1/3 innings. Gave up a hit, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts. First pitch called a strike to Tommy Caroli, who kicks off the Barons batting order. Luke Anderton, Jake Robinson all due up as well here in the first inning. 0-1 pitch swung at in the turf by Caroli. Quickly now 0-2. Caroli batting .340 on the season so far in 19 games. Caroli a couple of RBIs back yesterday at Flaherty Field against the Athletics. He watches the 0-2 pitch go upstairs for a ball, peel down to the first base umpire. He did not swing, so count will go 1-2. One-two pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Caroli down hacking for the first out. So that'll bring up Luke Anderton. Anderton batting .355. Left-handed batter. First pitch, fastball swung on and missed by Anderton, 0-1. Set. Kicks and fires. 0-1 pitch, called a strike, 0-2. Is the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts for Brian Pyrone, as Luke Anderton has struck out for the 9th time this season. 2 quick outs here in the bottom half of the first. So Jake Robinson will step up to bat. 371 batting average for the Slippery Rock University shortstop, as he pulls this one sky high toward right center field. Long run, and diving is Gonzalez, and he can't come up with it. And Jake Robinson on to first base. It was a long run for Luis Gonzalez out in right field, as Cam Ward over at second base came back for it, and Cole Fleck a long run as well. Gonzalez said, "I got it," and he didn't come up with it on the dive. So Robinson's into first base and brings up the cleanup hitter in AJ Verdine. It's rolled a single, so first hit of the ball game for the Barons. First pitch to Verdine, swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1 the count. Verdine batting .371, as well as Jake Robinson. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed again, 0-2. so far. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Brian Pyrone, 3 strikeouts so far today. Barons get 1 hit and leave 1 on as they trail to the Iron Bucks 2-0 after 1 complete inning.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Dan Luke, Nolan Smith, and Mason Fix will kick things off here in the top half of the second. A 2 spawn behind the Iron Bucks in the bottom half, in the top half of the first inning. First pitch breaking ball there for a strike at the knees of Luco. Playing set, winds and fired down the 0-1. Fastball misses outside, evens up the count 1 apiece. Luco leads the team in batting average. 478 batting average, 7 RBIs, 2 doubles for Luco. Check swung by Luco. Did he go? Yes, he did. Count will go 1-2 now to Luco. Nobody on, nobody out. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Dan Luco is retired. The 3rd strikeout on the day for Zach McClain. 1 away here to begin the top half of the second. So that'll bring up Nolan Smith, the left fielder. At bat today. First pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1 out. Up high for another ball. White pants with the pinstripes, Iron Bucks, green jerseys, followed by navy blue accents, white pants, the green socks. Here's the 2-0. Ground ball foul. Down the first base side, count goes 2-1. Pitch, called strike 2. Luco checks, or Smith checked his swing. Doesn't matter, it's called a strike anyways, so the count goes now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Upstairs to Smith, count will run full. Smith batting 147. Nobody on, one out. Here's the payoff pitch. Low in the turf, ball 4. Smith is walked, and the second free pass given up so far today by Zach McLean. That'll bring up Mason Fix. Mason Fix, 161 batting average. He has Nolan Smith on first. First pitch there for a strike, 0-1. Lane kicks, fires down the 0-1, swung on and fouled back to the backstop. Quickly now 0-2. Baldwin Wallace, the Yellow Jackets. He's down to the count 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one popped up and foul out of play, out of the ballpark. Count remains 0-2. At first, Smith, a couple of feet off the first base bag. Here's the 0-2 from the belt outside. Count now 1-2. So far, Iron Bucks 2 runs and 3 hits, followed by the Barons 0 runs and 1 hit. So far, here in the top half of the second. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back by Fix. We'll do it again, 1-2. Smith leads off. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just a bit low below the knees. 2-2 now the count. Cam Ward, the number 11 hitter, stands on deck for the Iron Bucks. Here's the 2-2. Fastball sits low again. Count runs full. Up to 45 pitches through 1 1/3. Here's the full count pitch. Runner goes. This one's in the hole past Reed. Here comes Smith. He's into third base as the throw is late. A 1-out single for Mason Fix puts runners on the corners for the Iron Bucks. That'll bring up Cam Ward with runners on the corners. Looking to add on some damage as McLean is approaching the 50 pitch mark so far in the ball game. First pitch down low and away for a ball, 1-0. Swung on and missed for a strike. 1-1 now the count to Ward. Ward goes to Gannon University. 1. This one line down into right field. That lands foul. Easily would have been extra bases for Cam Ward and at least 1 run scoring. Huge break for the Barons, because now the count sits 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High chopper back to McLean. He will stop. He'll fire down the first to retire Ward. Smith stays put at third base, so now 2 outs in the inning. Brings up top of the order and Max Bernadowski. Fix moves to second base. Off the 1-3 ground out. Barons just need 1 out to get out of the inning, as there's 2 runners in scoring position. Barons trail by 2. First pitch to Bernadowski, upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 from McLean. This one's popped up and foul. Count goes even, 1-1. McLean now sits at 52 pitches through 1 2/3. Here's the 1-1. Up high, ball 2. Count moves now to 2-1. Bernadowski singled to kick off the ball game. Had a stolen base from second to third off of a double steal. Scored the first run of the ball game for the Iron Bucks. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Evens the count up now 2-2. Set. Checks back at the runner at second. Here's the 2-2. This one's popped up. Here towards first base. Reed will come in foul territory and will make the catch to end the inning. Iron Bucks get 1 hit and strand 2 on board here in the top half of the second. Iron Bucks still lead this one 2-0.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Back here for the bottom half of the second inning. Let's take a look back at last year's North American Baseball Alliance Championship game. A 10-3 win for the Iron Bucks over the Barons. The Iron Bucks had 11 hits and 2 errors. The Barons had 5 hits and 1 error in the game. And for the Barons, they had 4 players in that lineup that are still on the team today, those being Josh Reed, Braden Ziegler, Nate Evans, and Mike Gunn. And then only 3 players for the Iron Bucks, that being Dustin Strom, Lance Slater, and Mason Fix. First pitch swung on and missed by Durbin, so the count is 0-1. For the second inning. Here's Here's the 0-1 pitch swung at by Durbin in the turf. 0-2. Tyrone set, winds and fires. 0-2 pitch high and away for a ball. 1-2 the count. Durbin batting .308 on the season, 12 RBIs in 20 games. Here's the 1-2, swung on and fouled back. Count will remain true. Garrett, what do you think the Barons have to do here in this inning to get back into this game?
Well, you need some competitive at-bats here. It's been smooth sailing so far for Pyrone. Just gotta at least make it difficult on him.
1-2 pitch, sky high. That towards the high level of Durbin, so count goes even 2-2. Tyrone winds and fires. This one hit out towards center. Field Fleck is there, drifts towards left center, and will make the catch for the first down of the inning. That'll bring up Braden Ziegler. Ziegler batting .364 with 1 out and nobody on. It's just the second ball hit by the Barons in the field of play. Ziegler swings at the first pitch and misses for a strike.
Barons, really need to find their footing here early in these at-bats. They've been going down to Pyrone pretty much every at bat, if I'm not mistaken, so far. So gotta figure them out.
0-1 pitch breaking ball lands in the strike zone for another strike. 0-2 the count. So far, to answer your question on that, Pyrone has only thrown 3 balls so far. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed by Ziegler. Strike 3. The 4th strikeout on the day for Brian Pyrone. Brings up Josh Reed. First pitch to Reed. Inside. Skips away from Weber. 1-0. Only the 4th ball thrown all game by Pyrone is now he sits at 21 pitches. Here's the 1-0. Fastball is right there down the middle for a strike. Keeps up the count 1-1. Deck for the Barons. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball towards short. Strom picks it up and it falls out of his hands. Reed into first base. A mistake by Strom as he slides in to pick it up and then just drops it in the transition to throw over to first. It will be an infield single by Josh Reed.
See, that's the thing. I don't even know if I would necessarily call that a mistake by Strom. I mean, that was going to be a tough play even if he played it perfectly. But, that's the thing right now for the Barons. Pyrone has been carving them up like a pumpkin. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to work. And we've seen that so far in both their hits.
Miller ropes one down the third baseline, but foul. Mere inches away from landing into fair territory and likely extra bases for Miller.
And we saw that little bloop single that, I won't say misplayed. I mean, both the hits from the Barons were tough plays, but it doesn't have to be, a home run over the fence. It just needs to work.
0-1 pitch, fastball outside and off the plate.
McLean hasn't given you the start that you necessarily wanted or expected, but at the same time, it's 2-0. You're still well within this ball game, and you need to give him a chance here to fight back.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, fouled off back to the backstop. Moves the count now to 1-2 to Ben Miller.
exact same offense we saw yesterday. They put up 10 runs. So, you're not facing the same pitcher, but they're capable of looking really good.
Tyrone kicks and fires down the 1-2. Down the middle, called strike 3. Strikeout number 5 on the day for Brian Pyrone. Barons get one hit and strand another on base. They trail to the Iron Bucks 2-0 after 2 complete innings.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Back here for the top half of the 3rd inning. Brody Cugier, Adam Weber, Dustin Strom all due up, the 2-3-4 hitters. His first pitch fastball by McLean, outside for a ball, 1-0. Cugier 1-for-1 has a run. Bounce off the 1-0 pitch, leaving up the count 1 apiece. Cugier singled back in the first inning, stole second base, scored off of an RBI single by Dustin Strom. One pitch high and away for a ball, 2-1 now the count. Cugier batting .362. Has 5 doubles and 1 triple. Here's the 2-1. One's popped up and out of play. That'll even the count 2 apiece.
Be big here for McLean to start the inning off with an out. Not sure if he's done that so far.
Top of the 2nd inning was a leadoff strikeout to Dan Luco. McLean comes set. 2 into the turf, so that'll load up the count full to Brody Cugier. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the payoff pitch. This one's lifted up towards center. Miller puts himself under it and will make the catch in left center field for the first out of the inning.
You'll take the out there if you're McLean, but another full count, so that pitch count's really getting up there, and you can see Tyson Jokovic warming up in the Barons bullpen.
61 pitches now on the day for Zach McLean. Brings up Adam Weber. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball just misses. 1-0 the count. Weber walked in his last plate appearance back in the first. Here's the 1-0. Fastball catches the outside corner for a strike. Gives up the count 1-1. 1s across the scoreboard right now for batter number 11. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Here's the 1-1. Low below the knees, 2-1 now the count.
Now 1-1, 2-1 across the scoreboard. I think 1-1, 2-3, 2 sounds pretty good right now.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, called a strike. Make it a 2-2 count. Might get your wish here, Garrett.
Well, while we're at it, I would think Barons run 0-0-10 would sound pretty good right now.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball just misses outside. That'll make it another full count. Clay make Coogee pop out to center. Let's see what he does here to Adam Weber. Here's the full count pitch. In the turf, did he go? No, he didn't. Another walk given up by Zachary McLean. Second walk given up to Adam Weber as he's on first base.
Coach Francis can't believe it, nor can I. Thought he went around.
I'll bring up Dustin Strom. With Weber on first. Watch out for Weber. He has 10 stolen bases on the season. First pitch, fastball called a strike. 0-1. Dustin Strom, 1 for 1 today. Did a single back in the first inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, evens up the count 1-1. Is the count to Strong. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Strong batting .333 on the season. Weber still at first. Lane kicks and fires. 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. 69 pitches now for McLean. That was just pitch 70. McLean set, winds and fires. 2-2 pitch outside. That'll make it another full count. All 3 batters he's faced here today have all been a full count. He got Coogee out on a full count, but walked Weber on a full count. Count is 3-2 to Strom. Weber on first. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner goes. This one's popped up foul. Weber will have to retreat back to first. Payoff pitch again. This one popped up to right field to Bachman. He has to jog back for it over to his right, and he will make the catch for the second out of the inning.
Bit of a scary catch there from Bachman. Looked like he might have lost in the sun a little bit. Was drifting back to his right, then kind of turned course, moved to his left back, made kind of a basket catch there, but counts all the same. 2 down in the inning.
So that'll bring up Cole Fleck. Fleck struck out looking back in the first inning. In the first out of the ball game. First pitch, breaking ball high. Want to know the count.
Now that that called no swing a couple at bats ago looms large instead of being out of this inning. You have runner on first, only 2 outs in the inning.
75 pitches so far for Zach McLean. Here's 76. Fastball outside, moves the count to 2-0.
Wouldn't doubt if this will be his last batter he faces today, depending on how it goes. Looks like Djokovic is pretty much warmed up.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. 3/4 of the way swung by Fleck as he makes contact with the ball and sends it foul. 2-1. Iron Bucks won the NABA title the last 2 seasons. They won the 3-peat. 3B Barons, second appearance in the championship game, looking for their first win. 2-1 pitch fouled back to the backstop. That evens the count up now 2-2. Coming into today, Barons would come in off of the 1-game win streak after their 10-0 win yesterday against the Athletics to get here. Iron Bucks coming in today on a 7-game win streak. Here's the 2-2, runner goes, swung on and missed, strike 3. Cole Fleck sent down via the strikeout for the 2nd time today. And for Zachary McLean, up to 4 strikeouts on the day. Iron Bucks leave 1 runner on here in the top half of the 3rd. They still lead it over the Lawrence County Barons 2-0.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Back here for the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Let's take a look at our North American Baseball Alliance playoff bracket. Here, there's the bracket on the screen. So the first round on the top side of the bracket, Barons had the bye, took on the Allegheny Athletics, where they were victorious, winning that one 10-0 to move on to the championship game here today. For the Iron Bucks, they took on the Creekside Crocodiles in the first round, where they beat Creekside 11-3 back 2 days ago, and then yesterday took on the Pittsburgh Redbirds, the number 2 seed out of the Tri-State Collegiate League, where they won that game 5-3 to get to where they are today. Ethan Adams steps up to bat. First pitch high above the letters of Adams, so it'll be a 1-0 count to kick off the bottom half of the 3rd.
Is that our first 1-0 count of the ball game for Pyro?
Yes. 1-0 pitch. Look at called a strike. It's up to count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off. Count now moves 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2. That'll even up the count 2 apiece. Ethan Adams. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That comes back and hits Adams. Adams is hit by a pitch. a runner on first to kick off the bottom half of the third. So Adams is on first for Troy Bachman. Bachman, the number 10 hitter. He shows bunt. He gets one down, but foul. Down will go 0-1. Back the first, not in time on the pickoff attempt as Adams gets back there. Bachman batting .214 on the season. Let's see if Bachman shows bunt here again. Down in the count, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He puts one down. This one sky high, long run at first, diving and making the catch is Adam Weber, as Brody Cougier slid underneath of Weber as both nearly collide, and that will bring in both umpires to talk. Maybe they're going to discuss if he caught that ball or not, but as of right now, Weber made the catch, and Bachman is out. He is out. So Bachman flies out to Weber behind the plate on a diving catch. That'll bring up Tommy Caroli. First pitch, fastball, lifted out of play and foul. 0-1 the count early to Caroli. Well, Gary, you had the leadoff hit by a pitch. You have Adams on first base, only one away. What's the approach now? Do you still go with the bunt method, or you just swing away and look to get more base hits? Big approach here. The swing away approach, I like it.
And you got the top of the order.
Yeah, Caroli's 0 for 1 today. Batting .340. Tyrone set. 0-2 count. Here's the 0-2. Just off the plate for a ball. Weber quickly gets up. Maybe thought about throwing down to first base. Tyrone up to 37 pitches. Here's the 1-2. Fastball inside for a ball. Evens up the count 2 apiece. Only has 8 RBIs in 19 games. Has a double and 0 triples. 2-2 pitch. Put on hold with the pickoff attempt. Now slides in safely. On deck if he comes up to bat. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. The first full count for Brian Tyrone. Fans are not happy with the call. Here's the full count pitch. Lifted out of play. We'll do it again full. Adams on first, 1 out. Iron Bucks in front, 2-0, bottom half of the third inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball down the third base side, foul. Hits the Iron Bucks dugout. Count remains full. baseballs to add. Running short. Assistant coach Derek Morrow.
What a job. And his Ozzy Osbourne shirt on the once.
Full count pitch on hold. Pickoff attempt back at first. Adams slides back in there safely. Adams fake stealing to second base on the last full count pitch. Let's see what he does here.
It's been a great at-bat here from Caroli.
Adams only has one stolen base on the season. Let's see what happens here in the full count. Pickoff attempt again. Adams slides back in safely.
It looked like he was going to go there. I'm not sure if you saw that, but he was leaning a lot, and it looked like he kind of made a move towards second there before having to retreat.
Tyrone looks down at the plate. Here's the payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Another strikeout for Brian Pyrone. He's up to 6 now in the ball game. So that puts 2 outs now in the inning for Luke Anderton. Pitch swung on and missed by Anderton, 0-1 the count. Anderton struck out in 3 pitches back in the top half of the first inning, or the bottom half of the first inning, excuse me. Jake Robinson on deck. Anderton batting .355. Here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball, that'll even up the count 1 apiece. Adams still remains over on first base. As the Barons trail by 2. Here's the 1-1. Fastball away for a ball. Now 2-1. .44 pitches now in the ball game for Pyrone. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. Evens up the count 2-2. Seen a little bit of a different approach this inning, Garrett, by the Barons up the bat, as a lot more pitches thrown this inning by Pyrone, working up his pitch count a little bit. Adams throws back to first. Adams gets back there safely.
Unfortunately, pickoff attempts don't come towards his pitch count, otherwise it would be even higher.
45 pitches. That's what Pyrone sits at the current moment. Here's pitch 46. Adams takes off. Pitch is high. There's no throw to second. Adams with his second stolen base of the year. And the first runner in scoring position here today for the Barons.
Not sure if you saw that, Tyler, but knew that was coming. I called it. I could see how Adams was taking his lead off and just the situations that he'd be running on that pitch and work to perfection.
So count is now full to Anderton. Adams now on second. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Another strikeout for Brian Pyrone as Anderton is retired for the 3rd out of the inning. Barons strand 1 in scoring position in the inning. They still trail to the Iron Bucks 2-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
It's our first red zone call to the bullpen as Tyson Djokovic now in for Zach McClain. Make sure you stop by the red zone on Wilmington Road in New Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs, sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County. Tyson Djokovic now into the game in place of Zachary McClain. First pitch, a high chopper that runs foul. That will won the count to AJ Cougier. 3 innings complete by McClain here today. Gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. Djokovic 2-1 record and a .97 ERA. Second time today. 0 for 1. Flew out to right field. 2-1 pitch, ground ball, diving is Adams. That gets into left field. Leadoff single for AJ Cougier. And for the Iron Bucks, they have a runner on board for Luis Gonzalez. Luis Gonzalez 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging back in the first inning. First pitch there for a strike to Gonzalez. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung at, head to turf. That one's missed by Gonzalez, so count will go 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, down low for a ball. 1-2. Gonzalez. popped up to center field. That's caught in left center by Ben Millers. So both runners will stay put for now. As Nolan Smith pops out, that'll bring up Mason Fix. Mason Fix up to bat. He's 1 for 1. First pitch, ground ball to Robinson. Short hop to second in time for the third out of the inning. As Barons get out of it, as the Iron Bucks get 2 hits and strand 2 on base. But the Iron Bucks still lead the Barons after 3.5 innings complete, with the score being 2-0.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9 ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Back here for the bottom half of the 4th inning. Jake Robinson, A.J. Verdi, and Callan Durbin all due up to bat. Brian Pyrone out here for the bottom half of the 4th inning. Stellar so far today with a ton of strikeouts, 7 to be exact. So not too much for the field to play as Jake Robinson will step up to bat. Again, Barons trail by 2. First pitch by Pyrone. Fastball. This one lined right to Dustin Strom at shortstop to make the catch for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up A.J. Verdi. He's 0 for 1 today. He struck out swinging back in the first inning. First pitch, this one's popped up to Gonzalez in right field. Long run for Gonzalez, and he will make the catch on the run on 2 pitches, 2 quick outs here to begin the bottom half of the 4th. So that'll bring up Callan Durbin. Durbin, the extra hitter, batting .308. First pitch, fastball, up high for a ball. Who's the count, 1-0? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to second base. Ward dives, makes the stop. Short throw to third in time to retire Durbin. For the first time this game, no Baron struck out in an entire inning, as that's how spectacular Pyrone has pitched so far today, as the side is retired by Pyrone and the Iron Bucks. 4 complete down. Iron Bucks in front, 2-0. You're watching collegiate level baseball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by El Cap.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
Back here for the top half of the 5th inning, myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan, bring you today's action for the North American Baseball Alliance Championship game between the Butler Iron Bucks and the Lawrence County Barons. Iron Bucks in front 2-0. 0-1 is the count to Cam Ward. Here's the 0-1. This one's into the turf for a ball. That evens up the count 1 apiece.
Not to be confused with Cam Ward of the Tennessee Titans.
Or the goaltender of the Carolina Hurricanes, Cam Ward, for a long time. Very common name around these parts. Count runs 2-1 to Ward. Ward's 0 for 1. Here's a line drive over the head of Caroli into right center field. Here comes Ward into second base. Throw to second is late and gets by Robinson. A leadoff double for Cam Ward. Brings up the Iron Bucks top of the order. Max Bernadowski comes up to bat, 1 for 2 today. Bernadowski batting .276. First pitch well inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0. Bernadowski shows bunt. He pulls it back long throw to second. That's scooped up and hits off of the legger. Robinson drifts over to Caroli at second as Ward slides back into second. So the count is now 2-0 to Bernadowski. As Bernadowski almost caught in no man's land in between second and third base. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one comes back and hits Bernadowski as he showed a bunt. As he got drilled right in the back. That'll put runners on first and second with nobody out for Brody Cougier. So that'll bring up Brody Cougier, 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the first inning, flew out in the third inning. Iron Bucks still still up by 2. Cougier shows bunt. He gets it down back to Djokovic. Throw over to first. He's safe. That'll load up the bases for the Iron Bucks with nobody out. Bernadowski moves to second. Ward to third. Cougier to first. More trouble here for the Barons as there's ducks everywhere for the Iron Bucks. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Low and away for a ball. That'll even up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Weber. Called a strike. Moves the count now to 1-2. Infield in for the Barons. They're throwing home if the ball gets to them. Here's the 1-2. Fastball outside. Moves the count now to 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2, ground ball to short. Robinson has it, throw to the plate. He's out at the plate on the force out. Everyone's safe everywhere else, but the Barons prohibit a run from scoring. And Cam Ward, so now there's 1 out in the inning. Still ducks everywhere for the Iron Bucks. Weber reaches first on a fielder's choice as Robinson guns one home to the plate for the first out of the inning. Brings up Dustin Strom. First pitch down low for a ball. 1-0 the count. So now you have Bernadowski on third. Brody Kugier on second. Weber on first. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Foul tipped by Strom. Moves the count now to 1-1. Both Adams and Reed are playing in over at third and first base. Caroli and Robinson back. Barons look to turn 2 and get out of the inning. Here's the 1-1. Down low for another ball. 2-1 now the count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. Moves the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dustin Strom has an RBI single to score both runners of this ball game back in the top half of the first inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Djokovic. Fly ball to Bachman. That's caught in right field. Here comes Bernadowski home. Here's the throw to the plate. He is out! What a throw by Troy Bachman from right field, getting it to the plate. No runs come across the score for the Iron Bucks as the Barons trail by 2. It's just what the doctor ordered for the Barons as they leave the bases loaded. And the Barons coming up to bat. Score remains Iron Bucks 2, Barons nothing.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Xenia Opal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Gem Building Contractors and Developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, Gem Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Troy Bachman with the catch in right field. Guns it to the plate right on cue to Braden Ziegler to get the double play to end the 5th inning as the Iron Bucks score no runs. So the Iron Bucks still up by 2. First pitch to Ziegler. It's lined up the middle for a leadoff single. The 3rd hit of the ball game for the Barons. As that play by Bachman last inning could be the turning point, as Barons have a runner on base here to begin the bottom half of the 5th.
Well, that's what we were saying, Tyler. You know, bases loaded, no outs. Djokovic gets that first out, and then, you know, the hit to right field, thrown out at the plate, double play to end the inning. You strand the bases loaded. Now you get that leadoff single from Ziegler. Time to step it up if you're the offense.
Josh Reed comes in. He shows bunt right now. He pulls it back as that one's well outside for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Your pitchers have done enough to keep you in this ball game. The offense has not done their part to this point. You got to step it up now.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Bunt back to third. Charging is Bernadowski. He has it. They will get Reed out on the force. And now
there was no one at third base. Caroli started to move over there. Iron Bucks quickly realized their mistake, but that could have been a brutal mistake for the Bucks.
So Giovanni Ricasci moves over to second base as our first Axe courtesy runner of the game. Axe is here to get you there. Lawrence County's door-to-door transportation service is open to the public. Axe takes people to work, play, and anywhere else they want to go. Call 724-652-5588 for more information.
Great heads-up base running there from Ricasci.
So it's a sacrifice bunt by Josh Reed. His first pitch in, therefore a strike to Ben Miller.
Great awareness there, especially coming off the bench for the pinch running situation.
Oh, 1 is the count to Miller. Pyrone checks back at Ricasci. Here's the 0-1 pitch up high for a ball. That'll even up the count 1 apiece.
You know, we were talking about how well the offense played yesterday. You don't need 10 runs here. You just need at least 2 right now and then go from there. But you got to fight your way back into this one.
1-1 is the count to Miller. 1 out in a 2-0 ball game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's popped up and out of play. Count moves now to 1-2 to Miller. Miller 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking back here in the second inning. So now we're in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Pyrone up to 57 pitches. Times called right before Pyrone could throw. Ben Miller just squeaks in the timeout.
Bit of a mental game here from Miller.
Ethan Adams on deck. He got drilled by a pitch in his prior plate appearance. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball foul into the Iron Bucks dugout. We'll do it again, 1-2 the count. Barons looking to claw their way in back into this one. They only trail by 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Brian Pyrone. He's up to 8 now of the ball game. 2 outs now here in the inning. That'll bring up Ethan Adams. 2 outs for Kashi on second for Ethan Adams. In his second plate appearance, first pitch line drive, foul on down the first base side. That's in fair territory. That's a base hit. And likely the first run of the game for the Barons. Oh, and 1 is the count to Adams. Pyrone checks back up Rakashi at second. Winds and fires. Pitch down low into the turf. 1-1 the count. Turf infield here at historic Pullman Park. All grass outfield. 1-1 is the count to Adams. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off to the backstop. Count now 1-2. Troy Bachman on deck here for the Barons. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 9 strikeouts on the day for Brian Pyrone, and he's fired up about it as the Iron Bucks still lead the Barons 2-0 after 5 complete innings.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PenOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Top half of the 6th inning. It's going to be Cole Fleck kicking things off for the Iron Bucks up to bat. First pitch, high ground ball, foul down the first base side. Tyson Drakovich back out there on the mound after 3 complete innings pitched by Zach McClain. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low for a ball. So count will be even 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball towards second. It gets by Caroli and into right field. A leadoff single by Cole Fleck. That'll bring up the bat A.J. Cougier with a runner on board. A.J. Cougier, 1 for 2 so far today. It's up the bat. He check swung at that one. Did not go the whole way around, though. So it'll be a first pitch ball. 1-0 the count. Djokovic up to 34 pitches. Throw back to first on the pickoff attempt. Not in time. Count is 1-0 to Cougier. batting .231. Has a homer, a double, a triple, and 8 RBIs. He grounds this one to Adams. Throw on to second for 1, on to first for 2. He got him a double play. 5, 4, 3. 2 outs now here in the top half of the 6th.
How big is that for Djokovic?
Huge.
How many double plays have we seen so far this season? It's not many. At least not traditional ones like that. We just saw one last inning with Bachman throwing out the runner at the plate, but how many like routine ground ball double plays have we seen?
Not too many this season.
I was going to say, I can't remember any off the top of my head.
First pitch found on back by Luis Gonzalez, so the count will go 0-1.
So that's now back-to-back innings for the Barons where we've had huge double plays. You got to make, use of that momentum.
Count now 0-2 to Gonzalez. Nobody on the base pads now for the Iron Bucks. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside for a ball, moves the count to 1-2. And this is the NABA championship game for the 2nd straight year. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul. Just past the first base bag as Reed had the grounder for the easy out. Just bounced over the first base bag on the wrong side. So we'll do it again, 1-2. Djokovic now up to 42 pitches. Here's the 1-2 from the belt. Low and inside for a ball. Move the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Djokovic kicks and fires, just fouled off. Gonzalez a little late behind that swing. Just puts enough contact on it to sail it behind Ziegler. So we'll do it again, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from the belt. Check swung. Little high, so it's ball 3. Count runs full now to Gonzalez. Seen a lot of full count pitches today by Barons pitchers. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball inside the third base bag. Here comes Gonzalez into second base. He slides in there. A 2-out double by Luis Gonzalez. His 2nd double of the season puts a runner in scoring position for the Iron Bucks. So that'll bring up Dan Luco. Luco's 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the 4th inning. Iron Bucks looking to tack on another. Here's the first pitch. Inside for a ball. Want to know the count. Djokovic looks back at Gonzalez, fires down. Pitch swung at and fouled off by Luco. Evens up the count.
Coach Francis just grabbed that ball, tossed it, hit him in the chest.
That's pinpoint accuracy, though, by head coach Eric Francis. Hit the chest at an awkward angle like that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A high chopper to Ziegler. There's no call, and it's rolled foul. Ziegler thought he caught that one in fair territory, and it is rolled foul. So count goes 1-2.
I think that could be payback for Coach Francis hitting him in the chest the pitch before.
I don't know. I was right there on the line. Ziegler tried toe tapping that one into fair territory. Looks like it was rolled foul either way. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to first. Reed has it. He'll take it to the bag himself. Step on first for the 3rd out of the inning. We played 5.5 complete. Iron Bucks still in front over the Barons, 2-0. on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by El Cap.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Back here for the bottom half of the sixth inning, it's going to be Troy Bachman, Tommy Caroli, and Luke Anderton to kick off the bottom half of the sixth. Brian Pyrone out there to begin the sixth inning. Stellar so far today. Up to 8 strikeouts. First pitch, fastball swung on and missed by Bachman. 0-1 the count. Barons only trailed by 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bachman takes a step back as that one runs inside and into the pebbles. So the count will go 1 apiece. Pyrone waits, kicks and fires. Fastball down low below the knees of Bachman. 2-1 now the count. Bachman's played the most amount of games for the Barons this season. 27 games so far played, this one being 28.
He's been a pivotal part of this team's success.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, down low and skips away from Weber. For the first time today, it's a 3-1 count. Three and 1 is the count to Bachman. Caroli's on deck in the Barons top of the order. Here's the 3-1. Bachman swings this one to short. Strom has it. Throw on to first in time for out number 1. (6-3) put out brings up the Barons top of the order and Tommy Caroli. Caroli has struck out in both at-bats today. He's 0 for 2. And looking to get on base. First pitch, ground ball to first. That one took a wild hop and is foul. As Cousier dove in for that one, and that was an absolute wild hop. Getting to first base as that one was in fair territory the whole way and just skips foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit out towards right field. Gonzalez will come in for it and will make the catch on the run for the second out of the inning. So now 2 outs here in the sixth. Brings up Luke Anderton. Luke Anderton 0 for 2 today. Struck out swinging in both plate appearances back in the first and third inning. First pitch fastball swung on and missed by Anderton. 0-1. Anderton yesterday against the Athletics hit a triple and a single, scored 2 runs, also walked. Went 2 for 3 in floor plate appearances. A 1 pitch down low for a ball that evens up the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one's hit up in the air to Fleck in left center field, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. We've played 6 complete. Iron Bucks still in front 2-0 after scoring 2 runs in the top half of the 1st. We'll be right back for the top half of the 7th.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Well, Garrett, we are 29 days away from the first Friday night football broadcast of the year. Get in the game and showcase your business on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Advertise on LCSN for the 2025-26 school year. And have your business or organization's commercial played on over 150 broadcasts of Lawrence County sporting events, all while supporting our local student athletes. For more information, message us on social media or send an email to lcsportsnet@lcap.org. 29 days away, Garrett, and we officially hit WPIAL football in Lawrence County. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to Caroli at second. He has it. Short throw to first in time for the 1st out of the inning.
Well, Tyler, as much as I love high school football, you know what my question is right now?
What?
Who is going to step up here for the Barons on the offensive side of the ball? As I said earlier, your pitchers have done enough to win you this ball game.
First pitch, fastball called a strike. Fix batting 161 on the season, 2 RBIs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one a high chopper behind the plate, foul. So count moves to 0-2. Djokovic up to 55 pitches now. Only giving up a couple of hits since he came in. Here's the 0-2. This one skied high. Long run for Miller. He wings back for it and will make the catch. 2 quick outs here in the inning. 6 pitches, 6 strikes, and 2 outs.
There's been a lot of movement in the Barons bullpen. This last inning especially, you saw Nick Parado and Madden Bame going out there. Looks like Ethan Mannion. That ball ricochets off the facade back to Josh Reed, but saw Ethan Mannion head out there, Callan Durbin, so lots of action out there this past inning.
Count is 0-1 to Cam Ward. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to third. Scooped up by Adams. Throw across the diamond in time for the 3rd out of the inning. And the side is retired for the first time of the ball game, as the Iron Bucks are still ahead of the Barons 2-0 as we head right into the 7th inning stretch.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal...
Bottom half of the 7th inning, Jake Robinson will kick things off, as Adam Weber will come in and say a couple words to Pyrone before we kickstart the bottom half of the 7th. Barons only have 9 outs to work with. First pitch to Robinson, down the middle, calling for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Robinson. Fastball up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. Robinson hitting .371. 1 for 2 today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one hit out towards center field, and that is going to be caught on the run by Cole Fleck. That was a sharply hit ball by Robinson. And Fleck able to make the grab on the run for the first down of the inning. So A.J. Verdi will come up to bat for the 3rd time today. Struck out in the 1st inning, popped out in the 4th inning. First pitch by Pyrone, fastball, clips that corner for a strike. 0-1 the count. Pyrone up to 77 pitches. Kicks and fires the 0-1. Swung on and missed again by Verdi. 0-2. Pyrone waits, kicks and fires the 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3. Another strikeout by Brian Pyrone. Up to 11 now on the game, and 2 quick outs here in the 7th. That'll bring up Callan Durbin. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 7th. First pitch hit sky high into foul territory. Long run out in left field by Nolan Smith. That one falls in foul. Oh, 0-1 the count to Callan Durbin, batting .308. Here's the 0-1. This one hit towards right field. Now into the infield, and that's going to be caught by Cam Ward. We're through 7 complete. Iron Bucks still in front, 2-0 over the Lawrence County Barons.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk and Shannikin Union won a softball trifecta of WPIL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for their free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're
Top of the order, due up the bat for the Iron Bucks in the top half of the 8th inning, and Max Bernadowski. First pitch fastball called for a strike. 0-1 the count. Bernadowski 1 for 2 in 3 plate appearances today. Got hit by a pitch in his last plate appearance. Hit a single in the first inning. Flew out in the second. Here's the 1-1 from Djokovic. Breaking ball. Sits in a bit inside. 2 balls and a strike. .61 pitches now on the day for Djokovic as the 2-1 pitch misses. Up now to 3-1 the count. Here's the 3-1 pitch, called a strike. Count runs full. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the payoff pitch. Short ground ball to third, charging is Adams. He's got it, throw on to first in time. Ethan Adams charges in, picks it up, and fires across to first. Just in the nick of time on a bang-bang play. And Bernadowski is retired for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Brody Cougier. First pitch outside for a ball. Want to know the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to second. Caroli has it. Throw on to first in time. 2 quick outs here in the inning, which will bring up Adam Weber. Weber's 0 for 1. Chops this one down the third base side, but foul. Weber, a pair of walks, reached on a fielder's choice. 0-1's the count. Fastball sits a little bit low and off the plate. Evens up the count 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Just misses outside, gets past Ziegler. Count will move to 2-1. Now the count. Some action in the Barons bullpen down on the first base side. Madden Beam getting up and warm. As Djokovic just hits the 70 pitch mark. Breaking ball misses off the plate. 3-1 now the count to Weber. Here's the 3-1. Fastball called a strike. Count runs full. Nobody on, 2 outs. Iron Bucks in front 2-0. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base side. Count remains true here to Adam Weber. Here's the payoff pitch from the belt. This one lined over the head and off the glove of Adams into left field. A 2-out knock by Adam Weber. He's on first base for the 4th time today. Brings up the cleanup hitter in Dustin Strom. Hit number 11 on the day for the Iron Bucks as they have the 2-0 lead. 2 runs, 11 hits, 0 errors by the Iron Bucks. 0 runs and 3 hits by the Barons. First pitch, fastball called for a strike to Strom. 0-1. Strom 1 for 3 today. Hit that RBI 2-run single. It's the only difference here in this ball game. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, so that evens up the count now 1-1. Weber on first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one popped up foul. Count will move to 1-2. Cole Fleck stands on deck. 1-2's the count. Djokovic kicks and fires. This one finds the hole into right field. Back-to-back singles for the Iron Bucks. Now as Strom hits another single, his 2nd of the ball game. Puts 2 runners on for Cole Fleck. Cole Fleck 1 for 3. Singled in his last at-bat, back in the 6th. Djokovic fires down. This one hit out to right, finds the hole, gets past Bachman in right field. 1 run will score. Here comes Strom rounding third. Here's the play at the plate. He is safe. A mistake by Bachman in right field brings in 2 runs, and the Iron Bucks double the lead now to 4-0. Thanks to an RBI single by Cole Fleck, and it looks like another error tacked on by Bachman. They roll it a double as that got by Bachman. So the lead is now doubled to 4-0. A.J. Kuzier up the bat. 1-0's the count. Here's the 1-0. That skips away from Ziegler on the pass ball. So Fleck will move in 90 feet away to third. So the count stands 2-0. Fleck on third base in a 4-0 ball game. Djokovic fires down. Bit high, make it a 3-0 count. Djokovic up to 80 pitches. Here's the 3-0. Fastball called a strike. Moves the count to 3-1. Here's the 3-1 from Djokovic. Ground ball in the hole into center field. Another run will come in to score. Make it a 5-0 game for the Iron Bucks. An RBI single by A.J. Kuzier. And that'll bring in Eric Francis. And Madden Bain will come into the game As for Tyson Djokovic, his night is done. We'll take a quick step aside for now as Bame comes in to warm up. It looks like Iron Bucks lead the Barons now 5-0 here in the top of the 8th.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Back here, top of the 8th inning. It's another red zone call to the bullpen for the Barons. Madden Bame comes in to pitch now in place of Tyson Djokovic. So far, as of right now, 4 2/3 pitched by Tyson Djokovic. Gave up 10 hits, 0 walks, 1 strikeout. As of right now, 3 hits, all 3 earned right now. Might be more added on. It's the first pitch to Luis Gonzalez is outside for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. Bame a 2-0 record, a 2.21 ERA. Count now 1-1. Pick off attempt back at first, not in time. So it's A.J. Cousier out at first base. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Bame. Fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 now the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hit into the hole in right field. Another single by Luis Gonzalez. Moves Cousier to second. Now 2 runners aboard again. This time for Dan Luco. Dan Luco, 1 for 3. Hit a single back in the 4th inning. As the 2-out rally continues for the Iron Bucks. First pitch by Bame, fastball, misses outside for a ball, 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Bame, swung on and missed for a strike. Evens up the count 1-1. Dan Luco bounding 478 coming into today. 2 runners on, 2 outs. 1-1 pitch, fouled off. Count goes 1-2. Nolan Smith on deck. Here's the 1-2. Check swung back into the stands. Count remains true. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout on the day for Madden Bame as he gets out of the inning, but the Butler Iron Bucks score 3 runs on the inning. Here in the top half of the 8th, they lead it over the Barons 5-0.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Back here for the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's going to be Braden Ziegler, Josh Reed, and Ben Miller all due up to bat here in the 8th inning. As Coach Eric Francis pulled the entire Barron squad aside as soon as that inning ended. Try his his magic with the speech. Barons trail by 5. They have 6 outs to work with. Brian Pyrone back out there for the 8th inning. First pitch, fastball, ground ball to short. Strom charges in for it. Throw is wild. Did he stay on the bag? No, he didn't. He was pushed off the bag, off the throw. And Ziegler into first base on the play. And that'll bring in a next courtesy runner, Giovanni Rakashi, in as Ziegler hustles his way down as the throw is offline. Our first error of the ball game. And E6 brings Brody Cousier off the first base bag. Brings up Josh Reed. First pitch by Pyrone. Fastball inside for a ball. 1-0. Pyrone waits, fires down the 1-0. Check swung by Reed. He went the whole way around, though. As the count moves to 1-1. Three hits and 4 base runners, now 5 so far by the Barons. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside for a ball. 2-1 now the count. As Pyrone's pitch count getting up there, now up to 85. Ben Miller on deck for the Barons. Rakashi on first in place of Braden Ziegler. Here's the 2-1. Reed check swung. He went the whole way around again. Count now even 2-2. Two and two, the count to Josh Reed. Time called. Weber will come out to talk with Pyrone. Cousier got taken off the bag from a wild throw by Strom at shortstop, which is why Ziegler made it to first to kick off the 8th inning. And Rakashi standing on first now with the courtesy runner. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball misses just off the plate. Count runs full. Rakashi on first. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. Iron Bucks in front 5-0. Here's the payoff pitch. Foul, as this one's hit out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2 the count. Here's the 3-2. Fouled again by Reed. He stays alive. Pyrone up to 89 pitches. Rakashi on first. Nobody out. Here's the payoff pitch. Down low into the turf. Ball 4. Reed is aboard and puts 2 runners on base, and that's going to bring head coach Nathan Grice out to have a couple of words with Pyrone as pitch number 90 is ball 4. So Rakashi's on second, Reed on first. It's our first UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care to get you back on your feet faster. Visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you. So that'll bring up Ben Miller up to bat. Rakashi on second, Reed on first. Nobody out, bottom of the 8th. Barons need 5 to tie, 6 to take the lead. First pitch called a strike right there at the knees of Miller. Count is 0-1. Pyrone waits. Kicks and fires. Called strike 2. Oh, 0-2 now to Miller. Here's the 0-2 pitch, up high for a ball. Count now moves 1-2. 93 pitches now for Pyrone. Here through 7 complete so far. Here's the 1-2. Inside. That evens up the count 2-2. The Iron Bucks pitched Nick Gaitis, their number 2 starter, yesterday. So he is unavailable today. Here's the 2-2 from Pyrone. This one fouled back by Miller. Count remains true. Rakashi on second, Reed on first. Miller calls time. This is the most amount of base runners the Barons have had on base in an inning. Nobody out, 2 on. Pyrone waits. Kicks, fires, inside, ball 3. Count now full. Miller has struck out in both prior at-bats as the count is full. Ethan Adams on deck. Here's the full count pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Miller is down swinging for the third time today. That'll bring up Ethan Adams as Pyrone is up to 11 strikeouts. First pitch to Adams, fastball called a strike. Adams is 0 for 1 in 2 prior plate appearances. Troy Bachman's on deck. Here's the 0-1. Fastball inside for a ball. Evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Inside again. Moves the count to 2-1. That was pitch number 100 for Pyrone. Pyrone kicks and fires. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Count now even. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Adams is down swinging. Now 12 strikeouts on the day for Brian Pyrone. Brings up Troy Bachman, the number 10 hitter. Ziegler reached on an error to begin the inning, followed by a walk to Josh Reed. And since that mountain visit that head coach Nathan Grice paid to Pyrone has been 2 strikeouts. First pitch to Bachman. Fastball just misses. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled off by Bachman. Evens up the count 1 apiece. Top of the order due up next as Caroli stands on deck. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to third. Diving and making the play is Bernadowski. Throw is well high. Here comes Rakashi. He will score. On to third is Bachman. As the whole Iron Bucks dugout argued and said that Bachman never hit the bag. But the Barons get their first run of the game. Josh Reed moves to third. And top of the order up in Tommy Caroli. It's now 5-1. A wild throw by Bernadowski. It is an E5. First pitch to Caroli is back to the backstop. Bachman will move into second off of the wild pitch. And now there's some discussion with the umpire. It looks like he's just going to get a new ball. Thought they were waving back at Bachman. But 2 runners in scoring position for the Barons as they only trail now by 4. Bachman reaches second off of the wild pitch. It's a 1-0 count to Tommy Caroli. Here's the 1-0. Fastball called a strike. Evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball to short. Strom has it. Throw on to first in time to beat Caroli. The Barons only score 1 in the bottom half of the 8th. It's now Iron Bucks 5, Barons 1 after 8 complete.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk and Shannigan Union won a softball trifecta of WPIL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP. When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Dan Luco ended off the top of the 8th. Here's a short dribbler to Ziegler. Throw on to first in time to retire out Nolan Smith to kick off the top half of the 9th. It's a wacky play there to begin the top half of the 9th inning. Just a little dribbler to Ziegler. One quick out. First pitch to Mason Fix outside for a ball. Want to know the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Down low into the turf. Make it a 2-0 count. Nobody on. One out. Count now 3-0. Ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to Mason Fix as that one sits down low. First free pass given up by Madden Bame. Bring up Cam Ward. Bame kicks and fires. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. 0-1 the count to Ward. Pickoff attempt back at first. Runner is safe. Count is 0-1 to Ward. Ward is 1 for 3 today. A 1 pitch, breaking ball again, called for a strike, now 0-2 the count. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Another strikeout for Madden Bame. He's up to 2 on the day. That'll bring up top of the order for the Iron Bucks and Max Bernadowski. First pitch to Bernadowski. Breaking ball misses. Down low for a ball. 1-0. Bame kicks and fires. The 1-0 pitch. Just misses. And Bame can't believe the call. Count goes to 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Just misses outside again. 3-0 the count. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Fastball called a strike. Right there across the plate. Count now 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. This one's popped up and foul out of play. Count runs full. Bernadowski's 1 for 3 in 4 plate appearances as they've entered the 5th time around the batting order. Fix on first. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner goes. Fouled away. Count remains true. Pickoff attempt back at first, not there. Fix gets back in there safely. Count remains true. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball to second. Caroli has it. Throw on to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. It's do or die time for the Barons. As we enter the bottom half of the 9th inning, it's Luke Anderton, Jake Robinson, and A.J. Verdi all due up the bat here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex-driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Bottom of the 9th inning, do or die time for the Barons. Luke Anderton will kick things off as Pyrone out there to begin the 9th. First pitch, fastball outside for a ball, 1-0. Anderton's 0 for 3, struck out in the 1st and 3rd innings, followed by a fly out in the 5th. Here's the 1-0. Sits a bit high above the letters of Anderton. 2 balls, no strikes. Barons need 4 to tie, 5 to win. One pitch down low. 2-1 now the count. Anderton batting .355. Kicks off the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 2-1. Fastball. Just misses. That's ball 4. Luke Anderton with the leadoff walk to kick off the bottom half of the 9th. That'll bring up Jake Robinson up to bat. Robinson's 1 for 3. First pitch fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count. Five to 1 is our score. Pyrone set, winds and fires the 0-1. This one's popped up to left field. Smith wanes over for it, and he will make the catch for the first out of the inning. Joey Fazzone comes in to pinch hit for A.J. Verdi. And now head coach Nathan Grice out of the Iron Bucks dugout. Talk things over with Pyrone. Has up to 115 pitches. Barons down to their final 2 outs. Down by 4 and a runner on first. Pyrone will remain in. It's our second UPMC trip to the mound today by head coach Nathan Grice and the Iron Bucks. Joey Fazzone pinch hitting for Verdi. 350 batting average for Fazzone. First pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Callan Durbin on deck here with 1 out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Pitch up high. 2 balls and no strikes now to Fazzone. Pyrone kicks and fires. This one popped up, and this one will get out of play. Weber waned over in front of the Barons dugout, so that one lands in the stands. Count is 2-1. Pyrone kicks and fires. Fastball down the middle for a strike. Evens the count 2-2. Anderton on first. 1 out. Here's the 2-2. This one hit up into right field. Gonzalez is under it. He will make the catch for the second out. Barons down to their final out. It's going to be Callan Durbin. Barons trail by 4. First pitch, fastball, called a strike. 0-1. Durbin's 0 for 3. Pair of flyouts and a ground out. Here's the 0-1. This one blooped out to second. That's going to be caught by Cam Ward, and that is your ball game. The Butler Iron Bucks win their 3rd straight NABA title as they take this one 5-1 over the Lawrence County Barons. 3 straight titles for the Iron Bucks as they are victorious here today at Pullman Park, followed by 2 runs in the first inning and 3 runs in the 8th inning to pull out the 5-1 win and win their second straight against the Barons. Last year, a 10-3 win for the Iron Bucks over the Barons. This one, 5-1 win for the Iron Bucks. A great season it has been for the Barons, but their season is not yet over with a trip to Canton, Ohio for the NABF tournament that kicks off tomorrow. We'll have more all about that here shortly. We're going to take a quick step aside for now and come back in with our Tri-County Principals postgame show. But the Iron Bucks win their 3rd straight North American Baseball Alliance title here tonight at Pullman Park, winning this one 5-1.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit pennohiobottledwater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for their free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Back here from historic Pullman Park, the Butler Iron Bucks pull out the three-peat here today, beating the 3B Barons in the 2025 NABA Championship game 5-1. With all that being said, let's take a look at our Creative Edge scoring recap. Starting off in the top of the first inning, Bernadowski hits a leadoff single, followed by another single by Brody Cougier. Adam Weber walks to make the bases loaded. Then Dustin Strom hits a 2-run RBI single to make it a 2-0 game. Flash forward to the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Adam Weber and Dustin Strom both hit singles. Cole Fleck then hits a double, followed by another single by A.J. Cougier. All brings in 3 runs at that to make it a 5-0 game for the Iron Bucks. Then bottom of the 8th inning, Braden Ziegler reaches on an error committed by the shortstop Dustin Strom. And then Josh Reed walks to put 2 runners on. Couple of strikeouts by Brian Pyrone to Ben Miller and Ethan Adams. Then Troy Bachman reaches on his own error to bring in the only run of the game for the Barons. Final pitching line for everybody. McLean pitched 3 innings, followed by 4 2/3 innings pitched by Tyson Djokovic. Madden Bame then comes in and pitches 1 1/3 inning. On the other side for the Iron Bucks, Brian Pyrone pitches the complete 9 innings, gave up 3 hits, a run that was unearned, 2 walks, and 12 strikeouts for Brian Pyrone. Definitely the difference maker here tonight. Game time lasted 2 hours and 43 minutes here. Pyrone gets the win, improves to a 4-2 record. Zach McLean gets the loss, goes down to a 5-2 record for the Barons. Final line score, Iron Bucks 5 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors, 13 men left on base. For the Barons, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, 7 men left on base. So, season might be over now for the Barons, but now a trip to Canton, Ohio starting tomorrow in the NABF tournament. As I'm going to read off the schedule here. Starting tomorrow, a 1:30 p.m. start for the Barons bright and early in the afternoon against the T3 Warhawks, followed by a game at 6:30 p.m. against the Stark County Terriers. Both of those games at Thurman Munson Stadium in Canton, Ohio. Then on the 25th, a game at 1:30 on the secondary field of the baseball complex at Thurman Munson Stadium against Canton Class A at 1:30, followed by a game at 4 o'clock against the Jasper Reds from Indiana. And then after those 4 games, there's 7 teams in the tournament. They will compile the top 3 seeds to take place on Sunday, with the 2 seed playing the 3 seed, and the winner of that game taking on the top seed across the NABF tournament. Special thanks to all of our all of our 3B Barons sponsors throughout the 2025 season. Visit Lawrence County, United Independent Living Solutions, Castle Mold and Toll Company, Ed Urain, Pizza Joe's, Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company, Turco's Pizza, Renee Dean by Howard Hanna, Newcastle Belco Federal Credit Union, BWB Back Company, Body Structure Fitness, TJ Digital Marketing, Capable Kits, Luis Mamerico Law, Luis M. Parada Attorneys at Law, the Luxembourg Garbett, Kelly and George, Preston Auto Group, Turvo Masonry, Roger and William F. DeCarbo Funeral Home, the Run the Show Basketball, the Laird County Baseball Foundation, Frank's Card World, Hayden Group, and LCAP. Now, we have the high school football season coming up in 29 days. Get in the game, showcase your business on the Lawrence County SportsNet, advertise on LCSN for the 2025 and 26 school year, and have your business or organization's commercial played on over 150 broadcasts of Lawrence County sporting events, all while supporting our local student athletes. For more information, message us on social media or send an email to lcsportsnet@lcap.org. Final score here today, Iron Bucks 5, Barons 1. So this is it for us on the Lawrence County SportsNet for the 3B Barons. Myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan. You can find updates on the NABF tournament on all social media platforms for the 3B Barons on Instagram and Facebook. But for all that, our season has come to an end. For myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan again, Iron Bucks get the 3-peat here tonight, winning this one 5-1. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody.
your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.